There are 5 verses in Bhagwad Gita that talk about the concept of moksha or liberation. Keep in mind that liberation is unidirectional and perpetual, eternal, irreversible change that happens when the soul is liberated from the burdens of karma bandhan. Soul, when bound to karma bandhan, creates karan sharir. Based on the karma that it has done, it has to unload these karmas in the future life, hence reincarnation. Now, if there is no karma, if it has understood the concept of karma, and hence it has understood the concept of why there will be incarnation or rebirth, then there is no need to be born again. Janm karm cha me ye divyavam yo veti tatvata tyaktva deham punarjanam nati mameti so arjun. One who understands the concept of birth and karma and my divine existence, that conceptual fact, the person who understands, he does not need to be born again. Because with his understanding, he has burned the illusion and the maya. This is verse 4.9. The next verse, verse 8.15, Mam upete punarjanam dukhalay shashvatam nan upvanti mahatmana sansiddhim paramam gata. Mam upete, मुझे प्राप्त करके, by attaining me, mam upete punarjanam, reincarnation, dukhalay shashvatam, the dukhalay meaning the house of misery and suffering, or shashvatam, transient abode of material existence which is full of misery and suffering, nanupvanti, you will not germinate, sansiddhim paramam gata, that Siddha Purush, the person who understands the concepts, will go to Paramlok, referring to the eternal, indestructible lok. Now, it also refers to the idea of two kinds of loks. Dva vimau purusha loke saras chaksharecha saras sarvani bhutani kutacha uchute. There is the lower lokas, the lower 7 lokas, where there will be existence, albeit each level there will be lighter level of existence and higher level of consciousness. Hence, there will be more sattva and less tamas. And these are the lokas. We have talked about bhulok, bhuarlok, swarglok, janlok, taplok, meherlok, satyalok or brahmalok. And then you transcend into the uttama purushasvane paramatma tudhayit yo lokatra yama vibhat vayeshwara. The uttam lok, which is of the paramatma or the lok, which is indestructible. So even when pralaya destroys the Shrishti and all the 7 lokas are dissolved, all the Brahmas, Brahma Bhuvan Loka, all the Brahma in the 7 lokas also dissolved, the eternal beings are imperishable. And they are above the 7 lokas. Because Brahma Bhuvan Loka punar avartinu Arjun, ma upete tu konte punarjamna vidyate, 8.16. From Prithvi Lok, Bhulok to Brahma Lok, all the 7 lokas, they will recycle, they will reincarnate, because there is different levels of karma bandhan attached to their obligations that they have to undertake. But mam upete, again the word to be very tricky is mam upete, or having obtained me to kanteya punarjanma vidyate, you don't have to come back. So that is why the attaining of God is very important. And then there is a verse, chapter 13:24, Yah evam veti purusham pragatim cha gunasa sarvatha vartavanopi nasa bhuyo abhijayate. One who understands Purush and Prakriti, the various material modes of nature, how the gunas will influence the soul, will affect the planes of thought, speech and action, make them do certain actions. Based on those actions, the karma bandhan will stick to the soul, create the karan sharir. Karan sharir will regerminate because of the punarjanam requirements. One who understands the concept of the consciousness, Purusha, and the guna, zones of activity in Prakriti, created by Maya illusion, sarvatha vartavanopi nasa bhuya bhijayate. Although he is existing in this world, he will not come back. So the understanding of the concepts of Purusha and Prakriti will change the individual's way of looking at the world, and hence he will not engage in things that create karma bandhan, which will bring him back. So the last verse now we come to is the description of the imperishable world. Just like Dva Vimau Purusha Loke Sarasashresha Sarasarvani Bhutani Kutochochate, the verse that explains what happens in the loka, if you want to call it an abode of existence, but in the loka where there is Uttam Purush or the Paramatma. Na tad bhasyate suryo na shashanko na pavaka yad gatva na nivartante tadham paramam mam. The place where I live, where I exist, is the loka where there is no sun, there is no moon, there is no fire. All these are mahabhuts that have created the solar system. Verse 15:6, Na tad bhasyate suryo na shashanko na pavaka yad gatva na nivartante. Once you go there, you do not return back. Tad dham paramam mam. That dham, that loka, that existence is me. And when does God come back from there? Only when there is a lot of adharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyudhanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajanam paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkrita dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavani yuga yuge. Paritranaya sadhunam, to save the souls, 4748, to save the souls that are being destroyed by the imbalance of sin and blessing, punya and papa, that when there's too much of ahankar, baldab, kam, krodh, sanshita, when there's too much of the rajas and the power that is corrupting and damaging the sattva souls which are trying to levitate and come to my loka actually, na tad bhasyate surya na shashanko na pavaka, the lok where there is no sun, moon or fire, then to save them, to help these sattvic souls, the Param Purush descends and then reincarnates and then destroys the evil. And then dharma is re-established. And so the continuity of the process continues so that the Karan Sharir can be lightened, Karma Bandha can be lessened, and that way you can continue to make your progress towards the lighter lokas, and eventually na tad bhasyate surya na shashanko na pavaka. You go to the loka where there is no more solar system. And then only when you have to help the other souls you will descend. Otherwise you will stay in that zone of perpetual peace. Jai Shri Ram.